Hey there, Gemini, and welcome to your monthly tarot reading for October 2021. Thank you so much for being here, Gemini. We're going to do a 3-card spread for you. It's going to be take a step back, stay put, or take a step forward from some sort of situation that's going on in your life. We'll take those pop-outs. And don't necessarily think taking a step back is a bad thing. The cards will, of course, let us know how that is. But just as a quick thing, don't mind you see any white on my fingers here. I was just doing some priming earlier today. And it got a little bit leaky from the can I was using. And now it's just hard stuff to come off. Primer, who knew? It's meant to stick. So, but don't mind that. But thank you for being here, Gemini. And let's look at what else we got here for you, all right? So we've also got the Hermit. And we've got the 7 of Pentacles. All right, so now we've got the Moon and the Hermit here. Just as a quick note, if you're new to tarot, every zodiac sign out there has a major arcana card that represents them. The Hermit is Virgos, and the Moon is Pisces. So you may have those in your chart, either one of them, or through this month you might be dealing with someone that has that in their chart. If either of those are the case, let me know down in the comments below. I always love to hear about stuff like that. But we're starting things off. You want to take a step back. We're taking a step back into the Page of Pentacles as well as the Moon. So I'm seeing this very much as this reading, like just before I get into specifics here, is very much what are you planning and what are you really wanting here. So we have the Page of Pentacles and the Moon. The Moon can represent sort of partial illumination, right? You can kind of see a path here with the Moon, but you don't really see too much aside from the path, right? You don't see the ongoing things around it because the Moon only illuminates partially because, of course, at nighttime, it's hard to see, right? The Moon gives you some light, but you can't see into like the crevices and the darkness and such. So you kind of know where you're going, but not quite exactly. And with the Page of Pentacles, it feels like you're trying to make a plan, right? You see this path in front of you. You see what you want here. You see the thing you're trying to achieve. And with the Page of Pentacles, that's you planning things out, planning to have more pentacles, planning to have more abundance and such in your life. And the Page of Pentacles really represents that, represents that planning, represents that going forward. With the Moon, again, partial illumination, you kind of know where you're going, but not entirely so. So it might be you just need to take a step back and really get back into that planning phase, right? Really get back into that, where am I going? Let's try to define that as much as we can so that we have our best chances of having success. And make sure you're doing this with the Moon with your own special way here, Gemini, because the Moon represents the path you walk, and you walk your own individual path. Like everyone else may walk similar paths, but you walk this specific one yourself, right? You go through the different trials and tribulations than someone else who's walking a similar path, right? So yeah, just making sure this path is the best one for you, with the information that you know. So that's if you want to take a step back. As well with the Page of Pentacles, just be young, right? Be young at heart. Kind of approach it with sort of the way a new person would approach this, kind of with a fresh set of eyes, or approach it how a younger person would approach it, with kind of all the hope of I've got, I don't want to say all the time in the world, but you've got the world in front of you. The world is your oyster. So I'm liking that. Moving right along, you're currently in Hermit energy. So very self-reflective, very much trying to figure out what you want in your life if you haven't already. The Hermit here, you can see, stands atop a mountain, right? And that mountain is a mountain of self-reflection, a mountain of self-discovery here. They also have the star in their lantern, and the star is Aquarius's card. So the Hermit has the star, which is wish fulfillment, which is granting wishes and such. And he uses the star to light his way forward. So, it's just you kind of finding out what you really want in your life and using that as sort of your guiding light forward into your path. So I really like that. So just a lot of reflection here, a lot of you really trying to figure out what you want regardless. I feel like right now you're kind of, how do I put this? Okay, so there's two types of writers out there. And so this is going to make sense when I get onto it here. But there's architects and gardeners. And that sounds really weird, right? But architects are writers who plan everything out. And it's like to the last detail, this is exactly what's going to happen. And I'm going to do all this stuff. This is what this is back here. If you want to take a step back, it's kind of planning things out and going through things. The Hermit is a gardener. This is more of you kind of just discovering and nurturing and growing and seeing what happens and then reacting based on that, right? I feel this is more you making a plan back here, and this is more you kind of naturally growing and seeing what things unfold organically. So possible situations for you here is like, yeah, so far we got either you planning and working hard, or planning and, you know, kind of just really detailing out as much as you can, or you just sort of organically going about your life, trying to figure out as you go, because our lives are ever evolving and ever changing, right? I can almost guarantee you every person on this earth, when they were a child, had a dream, and now that they're older, that's not the same dream they had, right? When I was younger, I wanted to be a police officer, and then when I got a little bit older, I wanted to be a writer, and then when I got to about where I am now, I wanted to be a tarot reader. You know, my path has changed very muchly so, and that's what the Hermit kind of represents for you here. But if you want to take a step forward, we got the Seven of Pentacles, and this is a card of really working hard and sort of trying to judge whether or not the work has been worth it, right? The person here in the Seven of Pentacles doesn't know if they should harvest now or not, right? They have Seven of Pentacles. That's really good, but do they keep going? Do they keep pushing their luck and keep trying to get to the 8, the 9, the 10, right? Is this what they want, really? And for you, that might be what you need to do, is just kind of get into that working hard, grinding. You know, you may not be seeing the results that you want to see, but you are moving forward and progressing here. So that's possibly if you want to, you know, whereas back here is more planning, more self-discovery and kind of reflection. With these two back here, this is more of a take action and let's go, right? So it's entirely possible for you here, Gemini, that you want to just kind of move on and just start putting in the work, because now you've gotten to the mountaintop, you've got the star in your lantern, and you don't need to stay here and reflect anymore. You want to move on. Or maybe you have gotten to the mountaintop and reflected and gained what you want, and now you're going to take a step back and start planning based on that. So, yeah, I just see a lot of good here, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of figuring out where you want to be here in your life, Gemini. So I'm loving that. So that's awesome. So that's all I got for you for this reading here, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. If you want to help out the channel, you can leave a like down below. You can subscribe to the channel as well, and check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Thank you again for being here, Gemini, and I will see you in the next video.